Queen may ask Parliament to change the law to prevent Prince Andrew and Prince Harry from keeping elite roles within the monarchy. Concerns are understood to have been raised about a potential leadership gap at the head of the royal family if the 96-year-old monarch were to fall in the future. 5 members of the royal family, titled Counsellors of State, have historically been positioned to take over from Her Majesty if she is unable to perform her duties due to being abroad or unwell, for example. The positions are currently held by Prince Charles, Prince William, Prince Andrew, and Prince Harry, chosen because they are the 4 next in line to the throne and are at least over the age of 18. The late Prince Philip, who passed away aged 99 last April, also held the role as a spouse of the monarch, which enabled him, along with the other councillors, to perform crucial functions of state to business, such as providing royal assent to bills passing through Parliament and appointing High Court judges. Under the terms of the law, this rules out William's children George, Charlotte, and Louis. Prince Harry's decision to quit royal life to set up home in California means he can no longer act on behalf of the Queen as he is not domiciled in the UK. Similarly, the Queen's action in last week forcing her son Andrew, 61, out of the firm, over his ongoing civil sex case trial, has resulted in him being demoted to being a private citizen. Both Harry and Andrew are also no longer working members of the royal family, essentially doubling the responsibility onto Charles and William. Constitutional experts state that although the law isn't clear, the practice has always been to have 2 councillors acting at the same time, which further complicates the issue. The Prince of Wales and Duke of Cambridge are understood to be planning major royal tours this year in a bid to get back to full royal duties after the pandemic. They are also likely to be travelling for events to coincide with the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. A source said, any considerations of this nature would be taken by the Queen and her advisors before being put to the government to act on. Royal insiders have suggested an Act of Parliament could be requested to remove Andrew and Harry, with further reports suggesting the Duchess of Cornwall could be in the frame for a promotion as a precursor to Charles, 73, taking the throne. Alternatively, Princess Anne and Prince Edward could also be considered for the roles. Dr. Craig Prescott, a constitutional expert at Bangor University, said the current situation posed a potential problem for the smooth running of government. He told, I think this should be looked at if it isn't being done already by the palace, because they certainly would want to avoid a situation where the monarchy becomes a problem for the government. The monarchy should be thinking 6-12 months ahead, arguably even 2 to 5 years ahead, where possible. You just need the right, or wrong set of circumstances, to occur at once for there to be an issue. As we saw during COVID, with Prince Charles and Prince William were reportedly infected at around the same time, which could have left them incapacitated. With the Queen having taken a period to recuperate from illness herself in recent months, the burden is actually quite considerable. Besides, account at the Duke of York no longer exists on the social media site, although it is believed to have been running within the past couple of days. It comes as viewers hit out at the royal following ITV docu-slam, Prince Andrew and the Pedophile, which detailed Andrew's relationships with the late financier and Epstein's madam. The show, presented by Ranveer Singh, revealed Maxwell visited Andrew at Buckingham Palace 4 times in a single day and was free to come and go as she pleased. Former Palace Protection Officer Paul Page said he suspected the pair may have had an intimate relationship. Meanwhile, Maxwell's brother Ian, who wept during his interview, said the pair were good friends, because Prince, pauper, it made no difference to her. She took no S from anyone, he said. Those watching the show at home took to Twitter to slam Andrew. Viewers said the Duke of York felt untouchable, and must have believed Brits were stupid. Amid the furor, Andrew's Twitter page has vanished from the internet. Twitter users have tonight commented on the disappearance of the page. Journalist and actor Andy Gibson said, "It's interesting that at the Duke of York, Prince Andrew's Twitter platform has been taken down." Replying, poster Evelyn said, "The account was up the last time I looked, yesterday evening I think. Maybe it's part of the going quietly into the good night." Just 2 days ago, nurse Caroline Metcalf shared a screen grab of the Duke's page, and noted he'd been stripped of his verified blue tick by the social media giant. Cached sites suggest the page was in use on Sunday. The news comes as Andrew's exile from the royal family begins.